A shooting in North Sarasota leads sheriff's deputies on a manhunt for the suspect. Plus, threats at a Northport middle school have rumors swirling why police say those threats are not credible. And the new technology that will help detect explosives like the suspicious packages sent to top Democrats earlier this month. Your Suncoast News starts now.
You're watching ABC7 News at 11.
Good evening. We begin tonight with breaking news. A shooting in North Sarasota turned into a manhunt. Around 8 o'clock tonight, Sarasota County Sheriff's deputies responded to a shots fired call off of 18th Street. The suspect ran off heading northbound toward Tuttle Avenue. Our crews were on the scene moments after it happened. Deputies set up a perimeter and a helicopter circled that area. The possible suspect was detained on Euclid Avenue, less than half a mile from where that incident happened. In other news here on the Suncoast, one local company is creating new technology that could save lives. On the heels of the suspicious package epidemic, this company hopes to use it to detect explosives quicker and easier. ABC7's Rick Adams joins us live from the State College of Florida, where the creator of this new technology held a seminar earlier today. Rick?
Yeah, Jacqueline, this is a great experience for students. It's a hands-on approach to stopping explosives. It was somewhat of an explosive demonstration today at the State College of Florida. The Trace ID company had shown students the powerful impact from just a very small amount of chemical in an explosive. More importantly, the Sarasota-based company is showcasing how their product can detect explosives.
Anytime we can add another layer of safety to traveling or to the general public at events and concerts, it's a tremendous thing.
The product is a chemical formula that is placed on a wipe. If an item has any trace of an explosive, the color on the wipe turns purple. Those at the demonstration had a chance to experience this firsthand. The company has involved many SCF students with the work they're doing through internships.
It was really nice getting to see our work come into play, from something as small as equations on a board to products in our hands that we were testing. It was just nice to get to go from start to finish.
Experts say this is now more important than ever because of all the incidents we are experiencing with bombs, including the recent packages with pipe bombs delivered to high-ranking political figures and media outlets. The State College of Florida is hoping this gets more students interested in science, technology, engineering, and math.
Whatever they learn here in class is applicable to the outside world. And that's the step that these kids were making.
Trace ID is testing their product now with TSA and Homeland Security.
It has to go through a whole process with them before they can actually put it out into any type of airport. And from there, we plan to go to stadiums and all kind of other different things.
And SCF has been doing this program the last few years. It's something they plan on continuing doing. Reporting live from Bradenton this evening, I'm Rick Adams. Jacqueline, back to you.
Rick, thank you. Manatee County has added new potentially life-saving advancements to its 911 services. The primary reason is to improve emergency response efforts in the county. By using Rapid SOS, an emergency data service, into their 911 calling system, it gives them an accurate call location from a cell phone. It does this within 6 meters of accuracy. As long as they're on their own phone with 911, it constantly updates the person's location every 10 seconds if that phone is moving. The 911 center works closely with 6 surrounding counties, including Sarasota and Pinellas counties, with what the emergency communications chief is calling a much-needed technology upgrade.
When they were trying to figure out how to get this information, this call location data to 911 centers, we were on it. This is that important, we believe. An accurate call location with a cell phone has never been done before. So when we were able to get that data, we wanted to be right on top of it to be able to receive accurate call location.
They are also working with Uber. If you dial 911 from your Uber app while riding, they can get the location of the vehicle, the driver's name, and license plate. New at 11, Northport police say rumors of a threat at a middle school are not credible. On their Twitter account, they said there have been numerous calls made involving a threat at Woodland Middle School. On Tuesday morning, a suspicious email was also found in Charlotte County about a threat made to other Florida schools, but that also turned out to be a false alarm. The message originated in Canada and does not affect any schools here on the Suncoast. Let's check in now with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan for a look at those cooler temperatures on the way. Bob, we're looking forward to it.
Yeah, everyone's been talking about it. The cooler weather on the way. Get a chance to wear a sweater or jacket. We haven't done that in a long, long time. Here's the timeline. It's not going to be cool when you wake up tomorrow morning. The front itself doesn't get through until midday tomorrow. It will be noticeably cooler tomorrow night and especially Friday morning. We'll get to that in a little bit. Right now it's warm. It's muggy. It's 77 degrees. There are a few showers around and the humidity is way up there, 88%. Winds are out of the south-southeast at 6. The driving force of this is a low pressure area over western portions of Tennessee. Another low pressure is located in the Gulf of Mexico. This is all moving off to the northeast. It's going to be a big problem for travelers tomorrow. Over the Mid-Atlantic coast states and then eventually the northeast as a nor'easter gets going there. And you can see that rain. It's pretty heavy offshore. We've had some pretty heavy storms inland too, but notice what's happening near the Tampa Bay area. Showers are starting to build up there. Some outflow from the storms that were around earlier are starting to bring some rainfall to Anna Maria Island. Also, Arcadia inland areas have really had some pretty heavy rainfall today. You can see this has just developed over the last hour. It's moving to the north. Northport, get ready for some light to moderate precipitation, not a lot of heavy rainfall there. And then these showers are starting to pop just near Anna Maria Island, pushing off to the northeast, but the line itself is moving to the east. So look for showers, a few isolated storms overnight, not much of a chance of that happening, but generally rainfall scattered about through the early morning hours, and even tomorrow some light rain still possible. We'll have more on the cold spell headed our way coming up in just a few minutes. Jacqueline?
All right, Bob, thank you. Looking forward to it. An off-duty canine accidentally attacked a Manatee County teacher today. According to the sheriff's office, the deputy was dropping off his son at Imagine Charter School when that teacher opened the back door of the marked canine vehicle. The canine then jumped out and bit the teacher. Deputies say the canine caused 2 minor punctures to the teacher's abdomen, and he was taken to the hospital. The injuries were not considered serious, and the incident is being investigated. New developments now in a Northport bus stop fight involving 2 parents. 32-year-old Leslie Arguelles of Northport is now charged with aggravated battery. Police say after being physically confronted, the victim used a coffee mug to fight back, hitting her in the head and neck area, cutting her. She then used a broken piece of the mug as a weapon, cutting the victim. More than 24 students getting on that school bus witnessed the entire incident. The Manatee County Sheriff's Office is asking for your help identifying this man. He's wanted for attempted armed robbery of a 7-Eleven store in West Bradenton. It happened yesterday just after 2 o'clock in the morning. Sheriff's deputies say he walked into the 7-Eleven, told the store clerk that he had a gun and demanded money. The clerk then hit the emergency button, which is when that suspect ran off in an unknown direction. He's being described as about 20 years old with short, twisty hair, wearing a black shirt turned inside out and basketball shorts. If you have any information on who he is, contact the Manatee County Sheriff's Office. A Palmetto woman is facing jail time for running an illegal gambling house. Agatha Argyros was the manager of the internet cafe called One Click Computers in Palmetto, where she sold internet time and computer use. Undercover agents found on multiple occasions that they could gamble on slot machines there as well. A jury found her guilty this week of maintaining a gambling house and possession of a slot machine. Those crimes carry a maximum sentence of 1 year in jail and up to 5 years of probation. The city of Venice is now jumping on the anti-skimming bandwagon. Even though it's already against the law across the state, the city wants to make harsher laws with more consequences within the city limits. The mayor of Venice wants city staff to draft an ordinance based on the city of Punta Gorda's law. In September, Punta Gorda adopted an ordinance requiring city gas stations to upgrade their pump security. Well, it seems like Palm Beach County just cannot catch a break with the ballot recount. Today, the supervisor of elections revealed that they're making little progress because of technical problems. Last night, the election's supervisor told reporters almost 200,000 early votes had to be counted once again. That's because old, overheated machines did not properly tally the ballots. Special technicians were flown in to fix those machines.
I'm working as hard as I can, and I can't give any more. You know what? This is our democracy, and I am here to count every vote, and I will take the time that's required. And you can see I haven't been home for 3 days. And so I don't think that you're going to find somebody else that has the dedication.
Florida's 67 counties must recount more than 8 million statewide ballots. That's because the totals between candidates in 3 major races, including U.S. Senate, Governor, and Agriculture Commissioner, were less than half a percentage point apart. By state law, that threshold triggers a mandatory recount. Here on the Sun Coast, though, both Sarasota and Manatee counties are expected to meet tomorrow's deadline, even after an error earlier this week in Manatee County. Election officials expect it to be done by this afternoon. People there have been working around the clock in both counties to meet that deadline. There are several lawsuits across the state that may delay that deadline, but as of today, it is still for tomorrow afternoon. Also, because of recount efforts, Northport Commissioner-elect Pete Emmerich's swearing-in ceremony will be postponed until Monday. Well, parking will no longer be free starting next year along St. Armand Circle. Starting in early January, visitors will have to pay to park in the city's iconic shopping and dining district. The city plans to install a combination of pay stations and single-space parking meters next month as well. On-street paid parking will start once the Circle's new parking garage is open.
Parking meters in the prime areas, that is the Circle and the extensions just off the Circle, are $1.50 per hour. The perimeter areas are $1 per hour, and then in the surface lot off Fillmore, it's 75 cents an hour. The parking garage, believe it or not, is only 50 cents an hour.
Lions added that new pay station, those new pay stations will be easy to use. Stay with us, Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with your first alert forecast, plus an update on the now deadliest wildfire in California history. And the best time to buy a Christmas tree may be later than you think.
Patriotism. It inspires passionate debate. It's worn like a badge of honor with good reason, because it means love and devotion for one's country. But what really makes up this country of ours? It's the people. To love America is to love all Americans. This year, patriotism shouldn't just be about pride of country. It should be about love. Love beyond age, sexuality, disability, race, religion, and other labels. Because love has no labels.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Sarasota Oxygen and CPAP is the largest locally owned CPAP supply company in the area. Is it time to replace your old equipment? The staff at Sarasota Oxygen and CPAP can show you the most up-to-date CPAP equipment and supplies to meet your sleep apnea needs, including portable travel devices and the SoClean automatic CPAP sanitizer. We serve all of Southwest Florida, giving the highest quality of care with the finest CPAP equipment. Please visit our website, sarasotacpap.com.
There are lots of people who are confused about which Medicare plan is right for them.
Hey, that's me. I barely know where to start.
Well, start here with me, Karen. I'm a licensed Humana sales agent.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Karen. I'm John Smith.
Hi, John. At Humana, we know you're unique, so you have different needs from other John Smiths.
Yeah, I've always thought so.
And together, we can find a plan that's right for you.
Great. I go to the doctor a couple of times a year, and I have some prescriptions, but I'm never fully sure of what's covered and what's not.
With Humana's all-in-one Medicare Advantage plans, you get coverage for hospital stays, doctor visits, and Part D prescription drug benefits, all for an affordable and sometimes no monthly plan premium.
Do you have any more information?
Sure. I'll get a decision guide in the mail to you today. They're free.
Finally, someone who understands the real me.
Your health and happiness is important to us. Call or go online now to get your free decision guide. Call a licensed Humana sales agent today.
Find out first at 4 with ABC7 News at 4. First Alert weather, breaking news, live updates, traffic hotspots, all at a new, more convenient time. Find out first at 4, weekdays on ABC7. Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com for Chef Judy's favorite recipes, restaurant guide, and more. Go to mysuncoast.com/dining.
Well, Bob, a lot of people looking forward to that colder
Yes,
weather.
yes.
I know I don't know where any of my jackets are, so I'm
I
going to
know.
have to go search for
I've got
those.
sweatshirts, jackets. You know, the thing is for Florida and Floridians, it's not extremely cold, but it is going to be temperatures basically you'd see in December and January as opposed to mid-November. So it'll be a welcome break to all of us that had to deal with the summer weather for so long. And surfers are out already. This is at the Venice Jetty, and Cindy Desmond getting this shot, and I can tell you the waves are going to get bigger and bigger, and that means a high surf advisory, and not quite, but we will see rip currents in effect as a result of the frontal boundary moving through tomorrow. Once those winds switch around to the northwest, the wave heights will start to pick up a little bit as well throughout the day tomorrow. So keep that in mind. Now, the rain is not all that impressive right now. There'll be showers scattered about through the overnight hours. Like we said, it looks like up until sunrise tomorrow. There's even a chance for a few passing showers once the sun rises, say after 10, 11 o'clock in the morning. That front will move through, and then our winds will start to really pick up. Some storms, some pretty heavy rainfall into Pinellas County now, also Anna Maria Island. This is moving basically off toward the west-southwest or west-southeast. West-southeast, can you believe that? It's moving to the east-southeast. Some showers and storms now in Arcadia, some pretty heavy rainfall right there. Moving off to the north. Northport, a little bit of light rain. That rain was a little heavier earlier, but now that is starting to weaken. That's a good sign. That means we're not going to see anything too rough overnight. A few showers are possible here and there, and maybe even some rumble of thunder at times with that line that's moving in from the Gulf of Mexico. The big story is the snowstorm, which is causing all sorts of headaches now over southern portions of Illinois, Indiana. There's freezing rain and sleet occurring and throughout Kentucky, making dangerous traveling conditions right there through Kentucky and into Ohio. This is all a winter storm and winter weather advisory through parts of Indiana, Ohio, and into Kentucky tonight. And then the front extends all the way down into the Gulf of Mexico. Now, this is the prefrontal trough basically that we're seeing out here. The actual cold front is still well behind that, and it will move through tomorrow. I mentioned the rain pretty heavy now in Tampa and Pinellas County near Pinellas Park, and now entering into Anna Maria Island. Elsewhere, things are fairly quiet in Venice and Inglewood, and looks like even into Northport. Not a lot going on there now, but this will make its way on shore throughout the morning hours. Rainfall pretty impressive inland, up to 2 inches in some areas near Wauchula, stretching down toward Arcadia. The GFS forecast model showing that snow continuing to move on through the northeast and causing all sorts of problems throughout the afternoon and evening on Friday. Looks like they could see some big problems there with travel across much of the northeast and the northern New England states. Temperatures will stay pretty constant throughout the day in the low 70s all the way through the midday, and then start to drop once those winds pick up out of the northwest. As far as current temps go, look at this, already down to 41 in Pensacola, 56 in Tallahassee, 83 still in Key West, and 80 now into Miami. As far as lows go, it'll be a rather warm start tomorrow for us here along the west coast of Florida. Much colder, though, near freezing in Pensacola tomorrow to start the day, and 47 in Tallahassee, 73, though, into Daytona Beach. That front will be through by midday tomorrow. That's when you'll start to see some cooler temperatures. Winds will be out of the northwest at 15 to 20 knots. A small craft advisory is in effect. And as I mentioned, rip currents also a problem for beachgoers tomorrow. Temperatures staying in the low 70s running in through Friday. Look at this cool start on Friday morning, 52. Doesn't warm up much through the day. We start to get a gradual warming trend, but still below average on Sunday and Monday of next week. Jacqueline?
All right, Bob, thank you. The wildfires in California have claimed at least 50 lives so far and destroyed thousands of structures. FEMA Administrator Brock Long saying that it is hands down the worst disaster he's seen in his career. Paul Verkaman is in Malibu, devastated by the Woolsey fire.
Overnight, the San Bernardino County Fire Department released this video of one of their bulldozers fighting against Santa Ana winds as it tried to contain the new Sierra fire. These flames erupted late Tuesday in Rialto as crews throughout California are already overwhelmed by two massive fires nearly 500 miles apart.
This is the worst fire I have seen.
At least 50 people across the state have died. Most are victims of the so-called Camp Fire in Northern California's Butte County. After escaping the inferno, some family members reunited.
The couple I mentioned, I spent a lot of time with them. They came down the mountain separately. They drove through flames and fire. In that case, it was just good fortune. They both happened to be directed to the same shelter.
But more than 100 people are missing, most of them senior citizens, from what was the idyllic town of Paradise. At a roadblock, Carmen Smith told officers she needs to get home, a matter of urgency for her husband, who has cancer.
My husband needs some medicine, and we just ran out, and I need it.
After a 3-hour wait, a California Highway Patrol officer escorted her to her home, which was not hit by flames. But others are not as lucky. From Chico to Malibu, from low-income residents to the Hollywood elite, flames have hit thousands of homes in California, prompting at least what will likely be a complete rebuilding of Paradise.
Well, authorities outside Orlando are trying to figure out why a man had extremely explosive materials inside his home. Multiple agencies were called to that home last night in Lake Helen. They say they found jars containing a highly volatile substance. Investigators say the man who lives in that home, Jared Coburn, told them he was using it to make homemade fireworks.
It is highly volatile. Al-Qaeda has dubbed this chemical the mother of Satan. It has been used in terror attacks all over the world.
Authorities had to bury the explosive materials at the site and then detonate it. Coburn is now facing a charge of manufacturing an explosive device and could also face additional other charges. A St. Pete woman is accused of stealing a live lobster out of a tank at Red Lobster. According to police reports, Kimberly Pudlack reached into a water tank, grabbed the crustacean, and ran out of the restaurant on Saturday. Deputies were called and confronted her not too far from the restaurant, at which point she had already lost track of the live lobster. Pudlack told the deputy that she was blackout drunk and, quote, did not care because she did not do anything wrong. She now is facing disorderly intoxication charges and theft. Meanwhile, police in Largo, Florida are searching for a man who dressed up as a woman and bought a French bulldog worth several $1,000s. Bryant Farfan used a stolen credit card and driver license to buy the puppy from All About Puppies. If you've purchased a French bulldog from Farfan or know where he may be, you're being asked to call Largo Police. Stay with us. Consumer News is next, but first, here's what's coming up on Jimmy Kimmel.
New tonight. If your first name is Kenny or Keith, you are legally required to go into country music. It's true.
From Disney's Mary Poppins Returns, Emily Blunt. Oh, freak out. Plus Kane Brown and Mean Tweets Country Music Edition. Kimmel, new tonight on ABC.
According to Golf Digest, 2 of the nation's top golf resorts are on the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail, the Auburn Opelika Marriott at Grand National, and the Renaissance Ross Bridge Golf Resort and Spa in Birmingham. Plus, the Marriott at Grand National was recognized as Hotel of the Year by Marriott International. Experience luxury and world-class golf Southern style. Visit rtjgolf/resorts or call 800-949-4444 to book your trip to the trail.
Our overall experience working with California Closets was phenomenal. Calm, reassuring. Through happenstance, we ended up paired with our designer, Jen. She was someone who not only was patient, someone who was professional. She's become extended family.
She had great insight to help direct me towards those things that could make our dreams come true.
We are the Greens, and this is our California Closet story.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
Here we go. We're gonna go out there in the rain. You're gonna get wet. All right, here we go. Okay, quick. Oh yeah, yes. So much fun. Mwah.
Performing on stage takes mental and physical preparation. But one thing I never thought to prepare for was cervical cancer. 91% of cervical cancers are caused by the human papillomavirus, or HPV. The good news is there are vaccines that can protect you or your children from cancer. I survived my cancer, but you can stop cancer before it starts. Talk to your doctor and go to thinkaboutthelink.org to learn more.
Many Floridians should expect to see more presents under the Christmas tree this year. The Florida Retail Federation expects a 4.5% increase in holiday shopping sales. The average consumer expected to spend more than $1,000 over the next month and a half. That number would be an all-time record. Florida Retail Federation officials say people are expected to spend more money on themselves as well.
Florida's economy is extremely strong right now. High consumer confidence, hot housing market, a 10-year low unemployment rate. And one thing that continues to go overlooked is 120 million tourists, also known as 120 million extra shoppers to Florida.
The 2018 sales forecast would have been even higher if not for the impacts from Hurricane Michael in the Panhandle, which has left many Floridians with less buying power this holiday season. Well, Sarasota County Fire Department wants to make sure people have a safe Thanksgiving, and today they took it to the next level as a part of their Thanksgiving Safety Tips demonstration. They took to the outdoors to show people the dangers associated with frying a turkey. Take a look. Thanksgiving, of course, a peak day for home cooking fires. Frying foods such as a turkey increases the risk for fire. Now, if you do plan on using a turkey fryer this Thanksgiving, remember to defrost your turkey completely and dry it before putting it in the hot oil. And Thanksgiving, of course, just 1 week away, and while most families are looking forward to that hearty Thanksgiving meal, many others cannot afford it. That's why local organizations are trying to provide food for those in need. Helping Hand in Inglewood is a nonprofit social services agency that relies on donations, especially during the holidays. Their biggest contributor, the All Faiths Food Bank in Sarasota, was only able to give them 175 turkeys this year, short of what they actually need. But that's when local businesses stepped up with donations to make sure all families will have a holiday meal.
What makes a community strong. No matter what happens, we go through it together and we take care of each other. That is why I'm so passionate about it. So it doesn't matter if it's turkeys, if it's helping Christmas angels, if it's about helping Red Tide, whatever it is, it's our responsibility as a community to come together, and Englewood always does that.
There are other Thanksgiving food drives happening this weekend all along the Suncoast. You can find the details for them on our website, mysuncoast.com. Just click under the Help the Hungry section. That's a look at consumer news. We'll have your winning lotto numbers when we come back.
Our nurse, Jennifer, all we did is pick up the phone if I was having a bad day, and the next thing we know, she was here at the door. I can't believe that I would have received any greater care anywhere. From that moment on, everything changed dramatically. And I don't know what we would have done without that.
There was this big bruise on my friend's face. I didn't want to see it. I didn't want to think her own nephew could have hit her.
I didn't want to see it. My mother's bank account was emptied, and a caregiver had taken control of it.
I didn't want to see it. My father's refrigerator, there was hardly anything in it. That's unusual for him.
It's tough to see that a senior citizen is being abused, physically, emotionally, sexually, or financially. Elder abuse is a crime.
So see the signs. Stop the crimes.
My California Closets experience has been wonderful. My mother's a huge inspiration. Before she passed away, she would say, you should do something special for yourself. First time I saw my closet, I immediately thought, this is the best thing I've ever done for myself. I call it my Tiffany style closet. I mean, I can shop in my own closet every day. I love that. My name is Cynthia, and this is my California Closets story.
My name is Luke Perry, and I am 1 million strong. I'm in the fight against colorectal cancer because I believe we can win it. Colon and rectal cancers are the second leading cause of cancer deaths among men and women in the U.S. Colon cancer is preventable. Know the risk factors and make sure to get screened. There are simple, take-home options available. Take control of your health. Screening for colon cancer isn't embarrassing. It can be life-saving. To find out more about your options, visit fightcrc.org.
The Florida Lottery winning numbers are sponsored by Frontier Fios.
Well, a big congratulations to Blake Snell of the Tampa Bay Rays for winning the AL Cy Young Award tonight. The left-hander, nicknamed Snellzilla, led the majors with 21 victories. The Cy Young Award is given every year to the best pitchers in Major League Baseball. Congratulations to him.
Yeah, well deserved too. You know, the Rays did really well. You know, they just fell short a little bit, but boy, any other league, I think they were division, they would have been in the playoffs. Yeah. We're looking at rain tomorrow morning, and then it should be turning much colder in the afternoon.
All right, looking forward to it. Thanks, Bob. Thanks for joining us tonight. We'll see you right back here tomorrow.